Look at the ceiling in your bathroom right now. If there is a dark patch in the corner above the shower, black, brown, or gray, growing slowly outward from where the wall meets the tile, you have been staring at a problem that costs less than $1 to solve. Not slow it down, not treat the surface temporarily. Dissolve the mold completely, kill it at the cellular level, and restore the ceiling to white in under 30 minutes. That $1 solution has been sitting on the bottom shelf at your pharmacy since before your parents were born. A mold remediation contractor will charge you between $1,200 and $5,000 to do what it does in a Saturday afternoon. SERVPRO, BELFOR, and ServiceMaster have built national franchise empires on a single premise: that mold is too dangerous for you to handle without their equipment. A 99-cent a bottle from the pharmacy shelf eliminates the same surface mold that franchise empires charge thousands of dollars to treat. Yet the industry sends someone in a white van and hands you a $4,000 invoice. Not because it is dangerous, because it is profitable. This is the story of the cheapest mold killer ever discovered and the billion-dollar industry that built its entire business model on your ignorance of it. If these stories matter to you, hit subscribe and the bell. New banned knowledge drops every week. To understand why this liquid destroys mold completely, you need to go back to where it was first created. The year is 1818, and a French chemist named Louis Jacques Thenard is working in his Paris laboratory on a series of experiments involving barium compounds. Thenard dissolves barium peroxide in nitric acid and watches something unexpected collect at the bottom of the vessel, a clear, pale liquid he has never seen before. He calls it eau oxygénée, oxygenated water. He tests it on every organic material in his laboratory. It attacks biological tissue on contact, releasing pure oxygen in a violent bubbling reaction. It bleaches pigments in seconds. It dissolves bacterial colonies on glass surfaces faster than any acid he has worked with. Thenard reads his first paper on the compound to the Académie des Sciences on 27th July 1818. He is named on the Eiffel Tower among the 72 scientists and engineers whose work shaped modern France. But his compound remained locked inside laboratories for decades because it degraded in light, was impossible to concentrate, and could not be manufactured at useful scale. In 1873, the first commercial hydrogen peroxide factory opened in Berlin. The production costs were negligible because the raw materials were barium, water, and acid. European hospitals adopted it immediately as a wound disinfectant that cost less than any carbolic solution available. By the early 1900s, American pharmaceutical companies were mass-producing it in the small brown bottle that still sits on pharmacy shelves today. The brown container was not branding. Hydrogen peroxide degrades when exposed to light. The dark glass protected the compound and extended its shelf life. Janitors and building managers discovered its most powerful domestic application almost by accident. When they sprayed it onto mold growing on bathroom walls, the mold did not just stop growing. The dark stain vanished. The oxidation reaction was attacking not just the living fungal cells, but the melanin pigment that gives mold its black color, killing the organism and erasing the evidence at the same time. By the mid-20th century, every hospital maintenance crew in America used it routinely for mold and biological stain removal. And then, quietly, a cleaning service industry arrived and decided that knowledge was a liability. Now let me show you exactly why this compound destroys mold when every spray cleaner on the grocery store shelf fails completely. Mold is a living fungal organism that anchors itself to surfaces by penetrating with microscopic root structures called hyphae. It protects itself with a cell membrane and produces melanin pigment, the same dark brown compound that gives human skin its color, as a shield against environmental stress. Hydrogen peroxide is a molecule with a structural instability built into it. It carries two oxygen atoms bonded together in a configuration that wants to break apart. When it contacts organic material, one oxygen atom releases as a reactive oxygen species, a free radical that attacks and destroys biological molecules indiscriminately. It tears through the mold's cell membrane. It destroys the hyphae anchoring the organism to the surface. It oxidizes the melanin pigment, breaking the color molecules into colorless fragments. The mold dies, the stain disappears, and the only byproducts left behind are water and oxygen. No toxic residue, no chemical smell, nothing that harms the painted surface underneath. Peer-reviewed research confirms that 3% hydrogen peroxide eliminates surface mold colonies on non-porous and painted surfaces within 10 minutes of contact. The same concentration in that brown bottle at the dollar store for 99 cents. Now I need to be direct with you about one important boundary before the protocol. Hydrogen peroxide is highly effective on surface mold, the kind you can see growing on painted ceilings, tile grout, bathroom walls, and sealed surfaces. On painted drywall ceilings, it works because the paint layer creates a semi-sealed surface that the mold sits on top of, rather than penetrating deeply. If mold has penetrated porous materials like bare wood, insulation, or unsealed drywall behind the paint, hydrogen peroxide alone will not reach the roots. If you see mold covering more than 10 square feet, or suspect it is growing inside the wall structure, that is a different problem requiring a different approach. This protocol is for surface mold on painted ceilings, which is the most common mold problem in American bathrooms and bedrooms. One critical step that no contractor will remind you of: fix the moisture source before or immediately after treatment. Hydrogen peroxide kills the mold that is there. It does not stop new mold from growing if the condensation, the slow drip, or the poor ventilation that caused it is still present. The chemical is the cure. The dry air is the prevention. Now here is what this knowledge costs the mold remediation industry. Every year it stays buried. The global mold remediation service market was valued at over $1.2 billion in 2024, according to Grandview Research. ServPRO alone operates over 2,000 franchise locations across North America. The average professional mold remediation job costs between $1,200 and $3,750 for a standard residential project. Severe cases involving multiple rooms regularly reach $10,000 and above. Every single one of those invoices includes labor time for applying a biocide solution to the affected surface, the same oxidation chemistry that a $1 bottle of hydrogen peroxide delivers. The professional-grade biocides used in remediation contain the same reactive oxygen mechanism as the compound in the pharmacy brown bottle. The price difference between a dollar store bottle and a ServPRO invoice is not the chemistry. It is the knowledge gap between the homeowner who called them and the compound sitting untouched on the pharmacy shelf. The EPA itself states on its official website that homeowners can safely handle mold areas smaller than 10 square feet without professional intervention. That is roughly the size of a standard bathroom ceiling. Yet contractors arrive with containment equipment and leave with invoices that assume you never read the EPA website. You cannot patent hydrogen peroxide. Thenard's discovery entered the public domain over a century ago. You cannot create a proprietary version that locks homeowners into repeat purchases. You cannot generate service contracts around a product that solves the problem in a single afternoon for $1. The entire franchise model of the mold remediation industry requires a customer who believes the problem is beyond their capability. A 99-cent solution that works in 30 minutes is everything that model cannot survive. So the solution stayed invisible, not banned, not recalled, not removed from shelves, just never mentioned by any contractor standing in your bathroom with a clipboard and a $4,000 estimate. Here is exactly what to do. Go to any pharmacy, grocery store, or dollar store and buy a bottle of 3% hydrogen peroxide. The label must say 3% concentration. This is the standard brown bottle sold as a wound antiseptic for under $1. Do not buy hair bleaching formulas. Concentrations above 3% can damage painted surfaces and are not appropriate for household mold removal. Pour the hydrogen peroxide directly into a clean spray bottle without diluting it. Use it at full 3% strength straight from the container. Put on rubber gloves and open a window for ventilation before you begin. Stand back and spray the moldy ceiling section thoroughly until the surface is visibly saturated. Do not wipe it. Do not scrub it. Let the liquid sit and work completely undisturbed. Within seconds, you will see it begin to bubble and fizz against the dark surface. That fizzing is the reactive oxygen tearing through the mold cell membrane. Wait at least 10 minutes. For heavy or long-standing stains, wait 20 to 30 minutes. After the dwell time, gently wipe the area with a clean cloth. The mold will come away, and the dark stain will have faded dramatically or disappeared entirely. For stubborn discoloration that remains after one application, spray again immediately and wait another 15 minutes before wiping. Most bathroom ceiling mold requires only a single application. The total cost of materials is under $1, including the spray bottle if you already own one. The total time investment is under 30 minutes, including preparation and cleanup. A homeowner in Nevada documented removing bathroom ceiling mold that had been spreading for over 2 years, a patch covering the entire shower corner, in under 25 minutes with a single bottle costing 98 cents. A property manager in Arizona treated 11 bathroom ceilings across a rental complex in a single Saturday morning for $11.40 in materials. Both had received contractor estimates ranging from $800 to $3,000 per unit for what a dollar store shelf solved in an afternoon. The compound Thenard discovered in his Paris laboratory in 1818 has never stopped working. It waited on the bottom shelf in that plain brown bottle through every ServPRO advertisement that ran on television in the last 30 years. Your ceiling does not need a white van in the driveway. It does not need plastic containment barriers or industrial fans running for 2 weeks. It needs 99 cents and 30 minutes of patience. If this opens something for you, subscribe and share this video now. Every share puts a $1 mold solution in the hands of someone currently being quoted thousands for a problem that a pharmacy shelf has always been able to solve. Every subscription keeps this channel digging into the vaults they thought were sealed forever. The next vault opens soon.